Hey my lovelies, wagwan. Okay, let me stop because my accent is terrible. Anyways, if you want to see why my hair is so short and why you see no more brown, check out my previous video. Click there or click the eye. Anyways, I'm using double strand Cuban twist in a color 2, and you're gonna need to comb in some clips. Optional is rubber band and crochet needle. So I'm parting off a section in the back. It does not have to be a straight part, it doesn't have to be a straight line. Whatever you want, do it. So I take this full strand and I'm gonna cut it in half, and then I'm gonna measure it to see where I want it to stop or hang on my neck or whatever length I want it. Then I'm gonna use a bobby pin to secure it. Later on in the video I just start using clips, but for right now I'm gonna use a bobby pin. Now I start sectioning this kinky hair into 3 sections and start braiding it, and I'm gonna braid down until I get to my natural hair, and it's like I'm doing a cornrow. So I'm like braiding the kinky hair first, and I continue to braid it until I get to my natural hair, and I just braid my natural hair in without trying to create a cornrow. I don't want to create a cornrow at my scalp. I started like a cornrow because I started braiding the kinky hair first, and I kept braiding it down until I got to my natural hair. But once I got to my natural hair, I just braided it in as a plait, so it's not stuck to my scalp. We don't want a cornrow at the scalp because when we go to wrap the kinky hair around, it will hurt. It will cause a lot of tension on the scalp, and that's a no-go. But this is one of the options that you can use. I'm going to show you 3. So this one, you're using a rubber band and you're securing your hair at the root. It does not have to be extremely tight, just secure enough for the kinky hair to stay when you pull it through, and the rubber band not to come out or for your lock to like fall out. So I use a crochet needle and pull it through. Again, I try to find the length that I would want it to hang on me. Once I do that, I take my hair and the kinky hair and I start wrapping the end around, and I make sure that I keep my natural hair tucked inside. So I make sure as I'm wrapping, I'm securing my natural hair inside so it doesn't poke through. You don't see it. I'm being very slow and cautious here to make sure my natural hair is secure within that lock. And I do the same thing. I wrap all the way to the bottom. I wrap up once I get to the desired length I want, and then I secure it with a palm roll. And now to create some texture in your lock, you're gonna take a strand of the kinky hair and you're just gonna wrap it around that lock as tight as you can. So it could create ripples in the lock, and this is what adds the texture. And you do the same thing. You wrap it all the way down. Once you get to the end, you wrap it up and you palm roll it, and this is what it looks like compared to the lock without doing that. Now I didn't do this all over my head. I was too lazy. I didn't have time. And right here you're seeing me do another lock. I did not do the 3 parts at this point. I literally just parted it into 2, braided it until I got to my natural hair, braided it actually a little bit past my natural hair, and then I just started wrapping, going straight down. Now here I'm showing you, this is supposed to be an asymmetrical bob, so I want to make sure everything falls properly. So I'll look in a mirror to see if it's the same length as the braid next to it. And if it is, I'll just stop there and start wrapping it up, detangle the hair so it can fray at the bottom, so I can have like a straggly piece, because I did not use glue nor did I use heat to seal off this lock. The palm roll and the thin end of the kinky hair is all that was used and needed to seal off the lock. So I'm giving you another close-up on me doing the lock, and I basically, the way you see me doing it now, I did it for the rest of my head. So I pretty much showed you, you could braid the kinky hair into it, you could do it like this, the way I'm showing you, or you could do it the rubber band way. If you do it the rubber band way, you can also once you crochet the kinky hair through, you can braid it down if you want to make it feel more secure and then wrap, or you could do it the way I showed you with the rubber band way. Either way, I start to part the hair, like taking sections of the kinky hair to make 3 strands so that I could braid it a little bit past my natural hair. So that's what I'm showing you here. And once I do that, I just wrap around like I've been doing the rest of them. Faux locks is pretty simple. It didn't take me long to do. I had a lot to do, so I kind of separated doing them into 3 days. But for the most part, like the way you see me wrapping is how fast I was really wrapping them. It really doesn't take long. I mean, you have to find your motion. Like once you find your motion and what is comfortable, whether you going wrapping left, whether you wrapping right, it will make the process a lot easier and faster. So once you finish wrapping down, you'll palm roll it like I've been saying, and this is what the ends look like. And then whatever you have left over, you just take the scissors and clip it away. And if your hair feels tight at the roots, just twist it in the opposite direction and it will loosen it up. So oh, right here, I just want to tell you that should have been 3 sections, like three locks instead of 4. Like I have 4 locks there, but I wish I only did 3. And it made it look so wiggy. Like it made it look like it was so much going on at the top. Like you couldn't really see that it was apart once I was done, and I really did not like that. So I advise you to make sure your parts are bigger, a little bit bigger than the size of your locks, so that it will look more natural and it won't look so full and wiggy at the top. Okay, especially if you have a small slender face or head like me. So I did the same for the back. I measured out to see where I wanted to stop or end, and once I got to that point, I just wrapped it on up and palm rolled it. All right, so everything is pretty much repetitive from here. So yeah, I'm done talking. Right here, I'm just adding the brown kinky hairs from the same brand, Cuban Twist, just to add some like color and texture to the locks. You really don't have to do this. You could even get like the gold string. You could add like accessories and stuff. This is kind of like my accessories to lock. Now, this is actually the finished results. They're very, very stiff, and I don't like that. So I'm going to take some boiling hot water and dip them in. If you want to keep yours like this stiff, then you can do so, but I'm doing an extra step, which is dipping them in boiling hot water, and it definitely loosens them up and adds a little bit more flow to them. And that is it, y'all. I do like 3 styles with this hair, but for the most part I kind of wear it in the asymmetrical look, or I wear it in this look right here as you see it in, but I don't wear it in the middle. Okay, so with this hairstyle, you have to do what's best for you. You gotta find what side you want to rock. I'm gonna forever rock it on the side part. I just like it like that. I like it better like that. Flip it over some more. You want some more honey? Use it. Like, you can either do it in the middle part too. You will never catch me wear this hair in the middle part. Never catch me wear it in the middle part. Never. You would never catch me wear this in the middle part. Never catch me. Never. But I will flip it over and wear it like this. My locks are different widths and ratio and size because in real life everybody's individual locks on their head are not the same, so I did mine exactly the same way. So if you like it, like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how you feel. Until next time, love yous, later.